This is the best I can offer, okay? Don't kill me for what you're about to see. This is 2 years worth of gear.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, what's going on, Knights? Name is the Gamer. Welcome back to another epic video. So today we'll be going over my favorite units, practically, what their gear is and where I use them. Hopefully this video won't be too long, and I don't know if anybody cares about this. I just wanted to go ahead and go over it just because I was like, you know what? I see a few YouTubers have done it, and I'm like, you know what? Why not, right? So I'm gonna try to limit it. The way I'm gonna do it is do it by class. So if I don't
show the stats,
it does not mean that they're bad. It just means that I just don't use them that much. So I already have 5 thieves that I'm gonna start off with. So let's go to start off with Rylet. These are the stats. I wish I could give him a little bit better. I want all of his gear to be level 90, tier 90. I mean, but this is the best I can give him. The gear, I can never get good rolls or good gear, period. And this one as well. I want to get speed, crit chance, and maybe health on another epic gear, but this is the best I can give him. These are the gear for him, and I have him on plus 15. The places I use him mostly is Guild Wars. That's like the biggest place I use him at. If I'm bored in arena or something like that, I'll use him in arena at times. But for the most part, it's usually Guild Wars because that's where I feel like that's where he really shines. And I've recently just got him to 100% crit rate because I just 90'd this one. So, and this is his, of course, his artifact. It's one of the better ones. You can put him on Moonlight Dreamblade if you like. He works with a lot of stuff, but I just put that on him just for the extra evasion and attack. Just because it's kind of lacking because of the fact that he has speed here, but it does have 27% attack, which is not bad. So that's really where I use him. The team I use him with is usually with DN and DJ Bazaar. The other one is maybe an attacker or something like that, but if I'm using him in arena. But for the most part in Guild Wars, that's the team I use him in. No debuffs on him, and then the anti-crit from DN is good. Spez. These two are my top 2. Actually, the top 3 are my favorites that I use in PvP anyways. This guy, I love using him so much. This is his stats. He has pretty decent HP considering he's on crit damage, attack, and attack. Hopefully, I'm not going too fast, right? He rolled so much into health that I'm not even mad about it because he actually can take a hit from some people. And then I put Windrider. I didn't really look at anybody I didn't reference anybody to see who what artifact I should put on him. I just thought it'd be good to put him on this one just because of the stealth, and then I realized that increases attack of the caster by 51%. It does more insane damage, and I love seeing the big numbers. So, and he has maxed on his 3rd skill. Did not max his 2nd skill just because of the fact that sometimes there's RBs and I want to soften him up to the point where I'm able to kill him the following turn because he gets 50% combat readiness, and if this skill ends up killing, there's no point, right? And I maxed this one because I feel like this one I'm able to at least control where the damage goes. This one is AoE, so I'm not able to control it as much. Team I use him in, you've seen it. It's Dizzy, DJ Bazaar, and himself. These stunts on his skills do really well, and he just does insane damage. So I don't even need that much attack. I feel even with the 37, it isn't even crossing 4,000 attack. He still does insane amount of damage. So I really like him. He's one of my more loved ML5s, and a lot of people are like criticize him. I feel like look at the hero rating. He's 3.5. I really disagree because he's such a fun unit. So you know what, you are missing out. Oh well, whatever. Crayon, I don't know what the order of my videos are gonna be, but I just recorded a video about Crayon because the banner is Crayon right now, and this guy has been my favorite for so long, once he came out, I really wanted him. I want to max this. I used to have him on RNL, but I feel like Alexis is a bit better just because he increased greater attack, does insane more damage. And of course, this is the artifact. I'm not gonna go over him too much since I already he had a whole video on him, so you already know. Use that as a reference, and I even reference another video if that's not enough. But this is the stats: 4.1k attack. He has this, and those are his skill ups. Mr. Says, he was my first, I think one of my first thieves that I really liked using. He unfortunately got a nerf, and he got collateral damage because what people used to do was put him on Wind Rider. I don't have an extra Wind Rider, but people used to put him on Wind Rider, and his this skill, his third skill, when he kills, it does AoE damage proportionate to the caster's attack. So because he would kill the unit, he was practically a broken unit because he would do an insane amount of AoE damage, and that's how people used them. And they fixed the problem, and they nerfed him. So a lot of people recalled him, but I feel like that's a mistake. I really love using him. He's attack, and attack. Reason being is because I didn't put crit damage here. Reason being is because first off, at the time before I started using him, this guy, he wasn't usable for me at all. I could not use him, and I didn't know why. And I had crit damage on here, and it was a pretty decent necklace as well. Then I put attack, and it had crit chance. It had a speed as well. So I was like, let me see how this goes. And he's been doing really well for me from there on out. So I wish I had like this one. I wish I had a better helmet for him. And this one, it has attack, but I don't know. I feel like this one's okay. I don't know. I feel like it could be a bit better. These are all the stats that you want on an attacker. The team I use them in, and I'm actually going to make a video soon on it, is usually Tamarin, Isaria, and this guy, because you have the defense break, and I usually use them against Seabay. Because she shares the damage with the front line. So not only are you killing Seabay, you're doing damage for the front line unit, and then his splash damage was the third skill usually ends up killing. So you wipe out 2 heroes in one, which is really good, and I love this. It hits hard, and then if the hero is under 50%, he will do an AoE, which is really cool. I really like his character design. He's always been one of my favorite units. I always thought that he was an ML hero, even when I first started, because he looks dark, right? He looks like a dark unit, but he's ice, and I don't know. I feel like he's really underrated. Character design, skills are really good. I feel like he's a really underrated unit. So yeah. Next one I want to go over is Miss Bloodblade Karen. I really use this girl if I can't use Crayon, because usually if I can't use Crayon in Arena, that means that there's too many ice units. So I usually end up using her. She does not have the best gear. I wish she can, because she doesn't do insane amount of damage as I want her to do. She almost breaks the 300 crit damage, but I don't know. I feel like I've seen other Bloodblade Karens that do like 20k without defense break, and I'm like, how do y'all do that? Mine barely does like 15k or something like that. Not even, maybe like 12k. But these are his stats. I wish I can give her better gear. I don't do Banshee enough for me to give her better gear, and that's kind of what's hurting me. I'm farming so much more Wyvern because I feel like Wyvern I use more gear. It's more universal when it comes to Wyvern. So that's basically how I use her. I use her with A-Lots, which is why she's extremely slow. A lot of people like to make her speedy just in case, and that is a good thing. But I always usually pair her with A-Lots, which is why she's super slow. She's just there for beefy damage. Not the best, but she still gets the job done for the most part. I did not bring her into Arby's because first off, I need to max this skill to at least be viable for her to come in to RB, and I feel like I just don't have the good gear for her to kill RB and then kill him with the first skill when he comes back to life. So let's move on to warriors. I don't have that many warriors I use. I'm actually gonna start with Chloe because that's the one I use the most right now, and the reason why is because I use her in Wyvern. So I have a Wyvern 13 team, but it's not too consistent, so I'm farming a lot more Wyvern 12, and she's in it. So this is the exclusive equipment I have on her is the one that decreases defense at the third skill. And I know a lot of people are like, well, you should do the second skill where it gives an extra turn. But the thing is that I only use Lulu in that team for defense break, and sometimes she doesn't defense break. So I'd rather have a secondary defense break just in case. If you want to go ahead and go for the extra turn, whatever, you go for it. I feel like this is just a better setup for me. I did not do extra damage because I feel like I don't need her for the damage. I feel I need her more for the debuffs, which is why she's there. Crit damage, attack, speed. I know I said I'm not using her much for the damage, but she doesn't do too much. I feel like she does okay-ish damage, right? And that's why I didn't really prioritize her to be like, look at this, it's not even max, and I could max it, but I feel like something better can be there. She's more there just because of the magic nail and then the defense break. I say that and she doesn't have that much effect in this, but she still does really good because this is irresistible. That's really where I use her. I don't use her anywhere else. I didn't even know that this magic nail has a 25% chance to stun a unit. I didn't even know. So yeah, and then the artifact Daydream Joker, of course, is really good for her. Next one I want to go over is Cigarette. Reason why I want to go over her, even though I'm not using her right now, is that she's still really good. She is on attack, speed. This is her stats, and this is the upgrades I have on her. Reason why I stopped using her was because I realized that she was a bit unreliable. Even though she has 76% effectiveness, she still did not land bleeds, which would cause the run to fail because you need a whole bunch of debuffs. I don't know why. I feel like she has okay gear. She does insane amount of damage, but I feel like all of your units have to be on par with themselves, and I feel like she just needs a bit more effectiveness for her to work for now. But in Wyvern, and to be honest, I can still use her if I wanted to in PvP for extinction, because she can extinct people, and maybe I should. I'll try her out and see how that works. But for the most part right now, I'm not using her. And the reason why I'm saying this is because even though I'm not using her, I don't have many warriors build that I use. So I just wanted to show this. Luna, my girl, she randomly gets used when I have big damage because her first skill does insane amount of damage, like insane, especially with the Daydream Joker. These are her stats: crit damage, attack. She's not the best. She's really on the slow side and doesn't even have that much crit rate, but this gives her a 30% more. Like I said, when I need her for PvE, I will use her, but she has fallen off so much that I barely even use her. My boy, Dark Corvus, this guy too, I don't know. I feel like I don't use bruiser teams as much, which is why this guy isn't really used too much. This guy's on health, effect resist, and health. I just want to screw people. I have been screwed by Dark Corvuses because of this artifact and how much effect resistance they have. So the fact that I'm able to do that and put him on arena defense, I wonder if he's actually cucking people. But yeah, this is just the way I've used them. He is slow, but I feel like with this effect resistance, he won't be able to be debuffed. He won't be able to be pushed back, I feel, unless you use Burn and Bazaar, right? But eventually he will end up getting a turn, and with all the hits that he got, he will nuke somebody. And I feel like he would do a decent chunk with 26,000 HP. These are the skill ups. And the only reason why I didn't upgrade this skill to the max is because of the fact that I feel like the second and third skill are more important, especially this passive, because if you don't get it activated, he won't be able to do his third skill, and his third skill needs the damage to be able to do decently out there. Apocalypse Ravi, and like I said, I'm not doing them based off of they're good or not. I'm just doing them based off of my favorite. I know people want me a review from Mia, but she's not even good. So I'll go ahead and go over this girl. This gear has not even moved from her. I just left it on her. I was like, it's okay. She has HP. Right, and she's 21,000 HP, 90% crit, and exactly 200% crit damage, which is really awesome. But this is just the gear I had on her. I think this was different. I think I recently changed this one because I was like, who else am I going to put it on? So yeah, I feel like I should gear her up and use her. A lot of people put counter on her and whatnot. She seems really nasty doing that. And then of course this artifact, which just does more insane damage. I feel like she's kind of niche, especially the way I play. I feel like I play it differently, especially now that I have Rylet. Rylet changed my game so much that I just use him everywhere as well. So yeah. These will be fast because I feel like the ones after this are fairly straightforward. Tywin, I've already had a video based off of him. If you have not seen it, it was on a double debut video a few videos ago. If you want to go ahead and check that out. This is the gear I have on him currently. I have him on Oath Key just so he can land the defense break on Earth Heroes. And then this is the exclusive equipment I have on him. I want to do the second skill, but I haven't farmed and I keep forgetting to farm the exclusive equipment. Fallen Cecilia, I barely use her. I've seen a lot of people use her and love using her, but I barely use her. It's not that she's bad, I just need to find a way to fit her into my gameplay. I have her on speed, HP, not the best, right? But it's just the gear I have at the moment. Just slap it on her and put her on arena defense. Looks threatening. A lot of people don't want to attack this girl, especially since the skill nullifier and whatnot. I feel like she's good to mess people up, but I just need to find a way to use her. And of course, this toxic freaking artifact, Crow, I don't even use anymore. I actually replaced him with Angelica for Wyvern, and that's why he doesn't have boots right now, because I put the boots on Angelica that was on this guy. So, and that's all I was really using him for. That's why even with the boots, I think he had speed, he was still extremely slow. So for PvP, you would want to put speed, really good speed, especially since he can decrease combat readiness with this skill, which is good. And then him doing this skill will mess people up. So I feel like not my Crow is not the best to look at. So that's why I didn't want to review him, but just in case somebody was curious. All right. Bellona, this girl, I only use her, I believe, in Banshee, and then sometimes in a waifu team that I use for Guild Wars. I use with Tamarine, Isaria, and this girl because there's a defense break. She does pretty good damage with her first skill, even though it is not skilled up, and she has immunity. These are her stats. She does pretty decent damage, not even just exclusive equipment, 20%. It goes up to 100% her third skill, and that's what I really wanted on her. And then Daydream Choker. This girl I feel is really good. I wanted her for so long because of how her skills cycle really well, and I don't know. I wanted her for so long. When her banner came out, I didn't summon her, and then I got her like over a year later. So I was super excited. I put this gear on her. I want to put a better one on this one. That's why it's not leveled up. Hopefully we'll see some gameplay of her soon. I skipped Seaside Bellona because I don't use her at all. She has no skills, and I believe that's the way you need to use her, is skill ups. And she's super slow. I was trying to use her in a weird team, but don't look at her. That's why I'm not showing you. Scurry, this guy I use on the regular just because of the fact that he has a speed imprint, and then he boosts combat readiness, which, by the way, why is that not... Oh, that's why. But yeah, I really need to skill that up. I didn't realize. But yeah, so this speed, HP, credit chance, it really isn't nothing to write home about. I really just use them for the speed imprint. And yeah, I have this one on him because 17 speed, insane. Yeah, right. And then yeah, so that's 231, which is not bad. I feel like he even has exactly 10,000 health, which I love. I love all the OCD people are freaking cheering. So they're telling me to not upgrade this. But yeah, I use him a lot, and I think you saw in the Crayon video, I use him a lot, and I feel like he does his job, even with the crappy gear that he has on. He does his job. He gives Alots the speed, which is plus 14. I feel like that's good, and then this will help as well, and then the combat readiness boost helps as well, which, by the way, I have another PvP. I'm doing so many PvP things I didn't even notice. I'm like, I don't like PvP, but I've recently started using it. This girl Isaria, she has really crap gear. I just have her specifically geared for Tamarine so she can be paired with Tamarine. I have even upgraded this all the way because I feel like she would eventually be too fast for Tamarine. I want them to be so close to the point where speed RNG does not interfere and there aren't any heroes that are able to cut in between. That's something that I had a problem with. This is the gear I have on her. I have her on immunity because there's a lot of Lilius out there that will push her back. I don't want none of that. Dizzy, debuffs, I don't want to deal with that. I want to do her second skill, give it to Tamarine, and then defense break and strip. So that's why I have her on immunity. I really love using her. I don't know why people say, oh, she's falling out of meta, whatever. I still love using her, even though like it's probably like end game type of stuff where people don't like using her, but I love using her. Oh man, this is where the big man, we're going for so long. Should I? Okay, speed time. There's so many. I didn't even realize I had so many units I liked. Okay, so Lulu, I use her in Wyvern. I use her specifically for her first skill. Her first skill does insane damage. This one, 35% chance to get an extra attack with the first skill. This is her stats, her gear. She does excellent in Wyvern. I feel like she's extremely underrated for Wyvern. I don't know why a lot more people don't use her, but yeah. The one-shot queen, I use her so much in PvP because of the fact that her passive, anytime her teammates do a crit, she gives herself combat readiness, and she gives combat readiness and crit chance, and she does insane amount of damage. She holds a tag of hell. She's crit damage, attack, and attack. She's a bit on the slow side, but she still does her job. I haven't seen where speed has been a problem for me, and I feel like she's still really good damage wise. This girl recently started using, just because of the fact that her third skill gives her combat readiness with 20% if she lands on a crit, and this gives her combat readiness if there's an AoE. So she gives herself so much combat readiness that she's able to do 2 AoE skills, which does a lot of damage. Crit damage, attack, and attack. This is her. Like I said, I don't have so much gear to go around, which is why if they're not maxed, that means that I'm gonna probably change it at some point. This guy is just speed. That's all I looked for. He has 12 speed there, 15 speed there, 90 gear there. I didn't even care about the substats. I just cared about speed. I don't care about anything else. Just speed. Tag of hell, just speed. He even has 51% crit chance. Why? I don't know why, but he does. Dizzy, I use this girl with Spez. This is specifically the reason why I have her built this way. She is extremely slow for a reason. I had her on a 85 boots, but she would sometimes speed RNG would cut in and she would cut Bazaar, and I can't make them any faster no matter how much I try. So I just left her at 195. I feel like she still does her job. They're able to decrease the combat readiness enough, land all the debuffs and whatnot. She does her job. That's all I need her to do. Effectiveness, she has enough so she's able to land it. And yeah, she is on the really slow side, considering her base speed is really good. Bazaar, same thing, speed. He holds tag of health as well. Speed, health, and health. I wish I can make him faster without gimping freaking effectiveness, but I can't. I need the effectiveness, so this is just it. I don't even need to promote him. One day I will, but I haven't. I don't feel like I had the need to do that just yet, but he works perfectly the way I use him. Last, hoorah, come on. Okay, DJ Bazaar. I didn't realize how much I would have loved this guy. I wish I would have built him earlier. A lot of people talk trash about him, and that's why I never really built him, but with this artifact, with this heal, he does a lot of heal. He stuns here, and he dispels buffs and 3-turn immunity, and increased combat readiness for 30% is just beautiful. What I focused on this guy is speed and effect resistance. That's it. You look at it, you look at the speed and effect resistance, that's all I focused on. Anything else is just bonus. So that's literally, even though this one doesn't have any effect resistance, my gear luck sucks, I'm sorry. So you look at effect resistance, speed, and that's why I actually want to change this one with this one at some point, because 28% effect resistance is freaking insane, but I need to make up for it here with speed and effect resistance. So Angelica, I've recently added onto my Wyvern team, and I've realized she makes it faster and more reliable just because she has a heal, immunity, and barrier, and then she has a really good heal here as well. HP, speed. This is the speed boot I took off of Crow, which is 27%. I always want to change this, and I'm like, I see that 27%, and I'm like, I can't change it. I really can't. So yeah, and then this is her helmet, weapon, and chest piece. Mate Chloe. I use her every now and then. I don't use her too often. There are times where I did use her with a team with Spez just because of her first skill, she stuns, but I used that team without Bazaar and I realized there's so much immunity, so I was like, you know what, I can't do that. I can't be risking Dizzy going first and there's so much immunity. Can't do that. So I don't use her too much. DN, on the other hand, though, I use her a lot. I use her in Wyvern, I use her in Guild Wars, I use her in PvP sometimes just because she has a attack buff, anti-crit, and she has a shield and cleanse, and she's able to heal with Rod, which is really good. HP, speed. This gear has been on her for the longest. I think this one just recently changed, and it's just because this one's a bit better than the one I had on her before. And that is it. I feel like she does her job. She does really good. She could be faster, but it would gimp what she needs. And the final hero. I'm so sorry this took so long. Miss Tamarine. I love using her with Isaria, obviously. She's a beast. She has like 18 skills in one, right? She cleanses when she goes into idle form. She ends up giving combat readiness, attack buff. She heals. She strips and dual attacks with the highest attacker. She's insane. This is her stats. Nothing too insane. I just made her fast enough and tanky enough and put immunity set on her just so she can be right on par with Isaria. Those two are usually the backup plans. I don't usually use them. First pick, I don't play any RTA, by the way, so this is not RTA gear. But usually they're usually the ones that I use when everybody has died already in Guild War, and that's what I use, and if I want to have fun in arenas. But anyways, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. My voice is giving out. Oh my god, it's giving out so much. I've been talking for a long time. I didn't think I would last, but it happened. I don't know if anybody wanted to watch this, but I wanted to get it out there. Maybe I'll do an update if I ever do any changes on these units. But yeah, this is 2 years of farming. This is what it looks like when you have bad gear RNG. But anyways, drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. I don't like saying it. I don't know why I keep saying it, but it gives me motivation to keep making videos, whether if it's stuff like this or whether if it's really edited videos. It always motivates me, so I really do appreciate y'all commenting. And if you want to join my Discord, look at one of my streams, the description down below. Not in this one, but in the description of the stream, it will show the Discord code and you can go ahead and join. Don't be a douche to anybody. Be cool, and we'll all be cool. We talk about anime, the game, whatever. It's a lot of fun. So anyways, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Every like, comment, subscription is appreciated. And I hope to see you on the next video or stream. Alright, peace.